17-year-old Wade Lurk disappeared from St. Genevieve, Missouri on April 1st. He may be driving a white Nissan Stanza. Call if you've seen him. It was a month of sustained and unrelenting terror. In October 2002, the D.C. sniper invaded the nation's capital, killing 10 people and wounding 3 others. It was 3 weeks of sheer hell that no one who lived through it will ever forget. I was there working with the cops, and believe me, you could cut the tension in the air with a knife. 2 people were eventually charged with those shootings. Now cops fear something similar may be happening out in Phoenix, Arizona, and they desperately need your help to shut it down before more people die.
It was bedtime in Phoenix, the night before New Year's Eve, 2005. Gunshots shattered the night's silence, and innocent victims fell.
I heard a loud bang, and I ran to the storage shed, found my large dog laying there, and my wife went into the backyard, and along our fence line, she found our other dog, Peyton, lying on the ground where she had been shot.
Just blocks away, more gunfire.
We started to hear gunshots. I just grabbed my son and got on the floor, and my husband ran outside. He said, "The dog is shot, the dog is shot."
Tessa's family lost their dog that night.
Looky here, here's pictures of Peyton when we first got her.
And the animal hospital was not able to save the Travis family dog either. But when Phoenix police investigated, they found something even more disturbing. Dogs were not the only targets that night.
I felt a presence behind me, and all of a sudden, I felt this hot thing enter my body. There's like heat.
In an instant, Timmy Tordai's routine walk home from work turned into a life and death situation. A bullet struck Timmy in his neck, and he immediately fell to the ground.
I was paralyzed from the neck down. So I was looking around side to side to see if I could see anybody. And I didn't see nobody.
Minutes later, and just 1 block away, more gunfire. This time, fatal. The victims, 2 homeless men.
In less than 4 hours, there would be a total of 7 mysterious shootings, leaving 4 people dead or wounded. Was someone moving through Phoenix without being seen, opening fire at anything that moved? Or was all of this merely a bizarre series of coincidences? The police could not tell.
All of the shootings have happened all across the valley.
Any kind of pattern you can think of?
The only pattern that we've been able to associate with these shootings is that they've happened late at night or early in the morning.
Detectives did not know if they were dealing with one suspect, a serial shooter, or with several people, maybe a gang of some sort. But as they investigated, they made a frightening discovery. The violence that exploded on their streets on December 30th was no one-night stand. Phoenix has been in someone's crosshairs for months. Investigators believe they can connect as many as 19 shootings of people and animals starting in the summer of 2005, including another murder.
4 of these shootings have been related positively by physical evidence. The rest of the shootings all have similarities. The characteristics and the times that they occurred and the locations that they occurred are similar.
But nothing in any of the case files can point police to the identity of the mysterious killer or killers stalking their streets. And nothing can tell them when or where there will be more gunfire.
This is definitely a case that I could use the public's help on. With the amount of shootings that we've had, I've got to believe that the person or persons responsible for all these shootings have been bragging about it.
Would they be proud, do you think? They'd be shooting their mouths off about this?
Absolutely. They haven't been caught for over 6 months.
Because some victims were shot with small caliber bullets and others were shot with a shotgun, police think the shooter or shooters could be using 2 different weapons. But one very interesting police theory has the shooter using a combination weapon, which is part shotgun and part rifle. It can shoot small caliber bullets, then switch to shotgun shells.
This is an unusual survival type rifle, originally developed by the Air Force in the 1950s. It's basically a combination rifle shotgun.
That means it can shoot both?
Correct. Small caliber rifle on top, small bore shotgun on the bottom.
But it's not necessarily all military then.
Correct. It's still available in civilian circles to purchase.
Some witnesses believe the shooter or shooters are driving a dark-colored mid-1990s sedan, possibly a Honda. If you know anything about these mysterious shootings in Phoenix, please call our hotline right now at 1-800-CRIME-TV.
Who really knows why someone does something like this? Maybe it's anger run amok or some sick version of a good time. But one thing we do know is that we need to stop it before anyone else is shot. Now, as you just saw, cops believe the weapon used in these shootings could be this unusual combination weapon. It shoots small caliber bullets and shotgun shells. Now, that could be a great clue. But I remember in the DC sniper case, there were all kinds of information floating around, and some of it turned out not to be true. A lot of it wasn't true. And we don't want any of our clues to rule out any other possibilities. So if you know anything at all about this case, we want to hear from you. Call us right now at 1-800-CRIME-TV. And remember, I guarantee you that you can remain anonymous. This killer or killers has got to be stopped.
Virginia State Trooper Kevin Mannion was shot to death while investigating a car crash. Trooper Mannion was an auto fanatic who enjoyed spending his downtime detailing cars. He was also a fitness buff who loved running and exercising. He leaves behind his parents and 9 brothers and sisters.